TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
Good evening, race fans. Welcome in live to the Full Velocity Racing Network, and we come to you live tonight from inside the 3/8 mile in Brazelton, Georgia, the Lanier National Speedway, season number 11, coming to a close for the DWRL Racing League's critically acclaimed Wednesday night street fights, and it comes to you live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. What is going on, everybody? Phil LaCasse in the house. Todd Stanton is here. Jack June is here. We even got Bradley Wilson up here tonight. A full boat. But what better way to end this one here tonight, Todd? A great season indeed. 100 laps, as is tradition. The Wednesday night street fights. We find this tonight, one night before Thanksgiving holiday. And right here live in Lanier, we have been a billion times before. I'm itching to get this one started, partner. One final ride for you and I. This is going to be a weird night.
Yeah, the final ride, like you said, you say 2013. That's where our catalog went. I don't know if the deleted things count in that one, but definitely going to be interesting. We got B. Willie into the mix. The new recruit, as we call it, but he's kind of new old. Bradley covered some other channels in the past, and definitely going to be great to have him exclusively on Full Velocity Racing Network. I think he said to me a while ago, we're going to try to keep it that way, just like we did with yourself and I. That exclusive kind of outlet makes it interesting. We did kind of go to speed shift in that kind of stuff, but hey, sometimes you got to do when the pandemic's out there. You got to do what you got to do.
For real, Todd. I mean, goes back to DRTV days and all that fun stuff, and NR 2003 and into iRacing through Full Velocity Network, even a spin at Full Throttle TV, now Full Velocity TV, all the way full circle to the Full Velocity Racing Network. Going to be a great night. And Bradley, I'm glad you're here, buddy. I mean, I'm passing the torch to you. I mean, you're going to take my reins and be the tag team partner of one Mr. Stanton. I know I haven't left you very big shoes to fill, but get ready. This guy will give you a headache after a little while.
You have left me some ginormous shoes to fill. It is a pleasure to be here on the final call, man. It's going to be an exciting ride for sure, and I'm stoked to be a part of such a prestigious broadcasting company here. This is awesome, man.
Calling it prestigious, Todd. Does he really know who we are? I
Prestigious. Even Okies know big words. Maybe not big words, just fancy words.
Did he get lost and go to the wrong place?
I brushed up. I used a dictionary, thesaurus.
Still a big word, and my head hurts thinking about it.
Like I said, I don't know about big word, fancy word. We're using fancy words tonight.
We got a treat for you on tap tonight, folks, because Bradley was working on some all-new material, I heard here. Before we get on the airwaves here tonight, he an Oklahoma guy playing ice hockey. It was amazing to watch.
Yeah.
I think by default, Todd and I should beat you, but I bet we probably give you a little bit of competition. It'd probably be a pretty equal fight, though, Todd.
I don't know if I can play hockey that well. Never played it. Again, New York. I never really got into hockey, so I guess I enjoy watching it. I watched it when I was a kid. We used to have some of those minor league teams around, so I enjoyed watching it. I just never really got into it. Sort of like Bradley.
That's right. And I'm supposed to ask you, Mr. B. Willie from Walter B. Ask Brad how Madden went last year.
Oh, Madden went great. We lost to Walter B by lost to Walter B in our online franchise, but it's a hard fought loss.
Oh, a lot going on here tonight, fellas. It is time to put season 11 to bed here for Wednesday Night Street Fight. So, Tom, I'm going to throw to you first. Starting lineup for Heat Race number 1.
Yeah, Heat Race starting lineup number 1 by a 3D Racing starting lineup. Starting on the pole, driving the number 12. That is the Voodoo Child, Eric Dykstad. And the showstopper to the outside of him, driving the number 62. That's Jamie Massey. Inside row number 2 in the number 48 machine again tonight. That is Casey Brunson, and his dance brother outside driving the number 14. That is Brock Evans. Inside row number 3, that's good old Walter B. From Walter B's driving school, that is Marcus Brown aboard the 725. And Lon Franks, welcome back to Lon Franks. We haven't seen him in such a long time. He rolls off position number 6. 7th starting spot is the Hammer Henry Jones aboard car number 25. And then Chris Teal aboard the number 2 machine. He's going to roll off position number 8. 9th starter sees Carl Kilgore and the president, El Presidente, the number 89 of John Kennedy.
Good little lineup right there. You said Lon Franks. I looked at that strange car. I'm like, I know that car. Who the heck is that? Welcome back, Lon Franks. It's been forever. We've talked a lot. Well, we got 10 cars out there for Heat Race number 1. I believe we're going to go, 8 laps around here for the Heats?
Yeah, 8 laps around for the Heat Racing action, it looks like out there. Phil, actually going to be, 8 laps going to be the distance here. 10 cars out there. As it's Eric Dykstad dropping back as Casey Brunson takes the lead with that number 48 machine. That's the famed number 48 that Phil's drove around there, painted by Tubbs. As he's giving that a well of a ride. But I tell you, guess who is also in the house with us here tonight? Jeff McConey stops by.
I'm here. I've made it. Phil, I heard it was your
Holy
last
crap.
broadcast, man. It was about a year ago today that I called my first ever race, and it was because of you, because I couldn't run with the guys over in East West.
Well, do me a favor. I hear you're branching out into dirt stuff as far as the company goes and whatnot, so you need to jump in with Todd and the gang from time to time. Do one of these dirt races. I'll be sitting here watching.
I need to get back to calling races. I have not called a race except for Wednesday nights in a long time. It's been far too long, actually.
Well, you're going to be fine, but Todd, Brandon, throw it over to you. Give us the race call here. We're under green.
Well, Casey Brunson still leads as we've got about 3 laps to go here. Heat race number 1, starting to stretch it out just a little bit over Eric Eichstad out of turn 2.
Yeah, Eichstad right now in that second spot in that number 12 machine. The 38, that is Marcus Brown. I think he wanted the Dubs trailer and stole the car. The number 38 machine now working over the bottom side of the speedway, trying to get around Eric Eichstad. Meanwhile, 4th is Brock Evans in that number 14.
Really good job so far. Oh, sorry, Bradley. I think I'm kind of halfway live. I think I can kind of do this. Great Casey Brunson doing something that 48 car didn't do for a whole season at TDR. That's leading anything. We're doing a really good job. Car looks nice out there. Eichstad and Walter P. 38. I'm not sure where you found Tubbs' car from. And no Tubbs had a fast car at all. Walter B. doing a heck of a job.
You know, rumor has it that the 38 car was found out behind the Milner Media Design Shop sitting in the weeds, resurrected for the Gobbler, and now Walter B. running it again tonight. He's got it in the top 3, man, looking good early.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a fantastic job. Thank you to Rich Murtaugh out there. 500 stars, 500-star donation out there. A lot of guys out in the chat box chiming in here as Heat Race number 1 finish. Casey Brunson, Eric Eichstad, Marcus Brown, Brock Evans, and Henry Jones, your top 5 as they ran through that order. But thank you to Rich out there. He's telling me to come buy some more go-karts out that way. Hey, folks, I tell you what, if you want some good pieces out there, go visit Rich and Rich's shop. Rich has got some great things for sale, especially go-kart wise. I mean, everything I got from him was fantastic.
Yeah, and I hear the karting thing for you may have just kind of come and kind of gone as fast as it came in. So it was fun while it lasted, but you know, Mr. Murtaugh, you can keep pestering him all winter long, because I'll tell you what, if I know this guy at all, he's going to itch to race something come the springtime.
Big cars.
Big cars, all right. Well,
Soon.
Big cars, big paycheck. So I guess you're going to have to work on that here pretty soon. There's a lot of money. Good luck with the missus in the house there. But we'll leave
job,
that
Joe.
bantering for a second. Jess may say it's okay, but I'm not sure. I'm going to second that one. So we'll talk. I'll have to come out there and be a part of this conversation. But the cars are gritting for heat number 2. And with the starting lineup call, here is Mr. B. Willie.
On the front row in the 21 car, you've got Jim Rivas to his outside. That's Kyle Moyer in the 11. One row back from that, starting inside row number 2, that's Daniel Stifler in the 71. To his outside, the 1 car, that's Alex Brewer. One row back from that, you've got the 08 of Christopher Showa. To his outside, Gleddy. The 51 car, Justin Gledhill. The 69, and a host of others. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 2 is on the way.
Heat race number 2. Oh, they're already wrecking. They're stacking it up over there
Big
in turns
jump.
1 and 2. Yeah, huge wreck. What kind of wreck was that, Bradley?
Parking lot. That was a yeah, that was a big one. I done forgot what it was.
That was fantastically fantastic, that wreck.
That is exactly what it
Bradley.
was.
Fantastically fast. Wow. Woo!
Fantastically fantastic. Oh, you guys
Well,
are going to
you know, it's a good time. Jeff McConey down here. It's a good time to break away because we can't talk in English. Jeff has a great joke for us. We got to share it on air.
I know, Phil. This is the last joke that we get to tell live on
boy.
air. All right. So farmer, he's got 3 daughters, right? And they're all going on their first dates. So he's there, gonna by the door. He's gonna meet all of them. First guy, shows up, knock, knock, knock on the door, opens it up. And the guy says, "Hey, my name is Joe. I'm here for Flo. We're gonna go to the show. Is she ready to go?" And farmer looks him up and down. He's fine. They send him off on their way. A couple minutes later, second guy shows up, says, "Hey, my name's Eddie. I'm here for Betty. We're gonna go get some spaghetti. Is she ready?" And he looks him up and down and he goes, "Yeah, he's fine." Sends them off on their way. Third guy shows up, opens the door. "Hey, my name's Chuck," and he shoots him.
Oh my God, Jeff, I love you, man. I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness, what a guy! If this college thing don't work out, Jeff, I think a stand-up comedy because we all need some time to laugh right now.
There we go. Absolutely. Yeah, a couple more months and then I'm off to the rest of my life. But Phil, I wanted to jump in. I'm not going to hijack your broadcast here, but man, it's been a lot of fun calling races with you over the last year. Appreciate everything. I never would have started broadcasting if it hadn't been for you guys up here. So I appreciate it. Best of luck to you. We'll definitely be staying in touch. But
Absolutely. Well,
What
I'm not
amazing-
dying. I'm gonna pop in from time to time. So we'll do more of this at some point there, bud. But I'm glad you popped in. It really makes my night to talk to you. Hope all was well, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and be well. We'll chat soon.
absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving, Phil. Amazing career you've had here. Happy retirement, semi-retirement. It's great talking to you.
Here.
Good night, everybody.
Like it, Jeff
Night,
McConey.
Jeff.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for stopping
stopping in. Looks like, guys, we're halfway home here. Heat number 2, and that's old Jim Revis out there with 21 car. Him and Alex Brewer leading the way, I believe, down there in 3.
Hey, how about the Harris Hustler, Josh Peacock, currently sitting 3rd, although being challenged by David Blackbird out of 4.
And David Blackbird right now holding on to that bottom side of the speedway, trying to get around the 61 of Josh Peacock. Meanwhile, right directly behind them, another good battle too. Justin Gledhill, net number 51, and the 69 of David Brewer. Those guys battling out about the same time. Meanwhile, up front, Jim Revis still showing the quick way around. 1 lap remains as they come down through 1 and 2.
And a 1 and 2 for the final time. White flag in the air. Jim Revis going to lead the way. He's down off the east end of the speedway, off the exit of turn 1 and 2. He's at a 2-car length advantage off the corner. Can he carry it all by himself and works his way in here to win heat race number 2? He's got Alex Brewer by 3-car lengths down the chute in a 3 and 4 for the final time until the checkers. Jim Revis takes down the win. I apologize. I'm a half lap behind. Better day late, $1 short. My broadcasting career in synopsis.
So we're getting ready here for the main show here tonight. 100 laps will be the distance. We'll have plenty of time to talk here at the Lanier National Speedway. We'll sing things down trackside for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, we're back here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thanks to Charlie Milner Media and Design, put that montage together for us. And thank you, of course, to Dirty Grass Soul. Great dudes, awesome rendition of the anthem. It's the best of all of iRacing, and it lives right here. That version exclusively on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Season number 11 coming to close for the Dirt Warrior Racing League Wednesday night street fights. I call this the pinnacle of iRacing dirt leagues, and they're going to show you why here for 100 laps around at Lanier, boys. Let's go to the starting lineup.
Now your starting lineup, starting on the pole here for 3D Racing starting lineup, starting on the pole, will be driving that number of 48 machine. That'll be Casey Brunson, his day support outside. Heat 2 winner, the Grumpy's Garage number 21. That's Jim Revis.
One row back from that, inside row number 2 is where you're going to find Eric Eitstad in the 12. To his outside, the 1 car, Alex Brewer.
Walter B will start 5th in the number 38, the 61, the Harris Hustler. Josh Peacock to the outside of row 3.
Inside row number 4 in the 7th starting spot, driving the number 14 machine. That is Brock Evans, and his dancing part of the outside, driving the number 16. That's David Blackburn.
1 row back from that's where you're going to find Henry Jones to the inside in the 25 car. To his outside in the 51, that's Justin Gledhill.
Starting off position number 11, Lon Franks on the 23, the 69 of David Brewer alongside.
Carl Kilgore aboard the 021 is going to start 13th, 14th of the 71 of Daniel Stifler.
Next row is going to look like this. Chris Teal in the 2 car, Christopher Showall in the 08 to the outside.
John Kennedy goes next to the 89, the 11 of Trey Jones to his outside.
19th will be Jamie Massey and Kyle Moyer to round out the 20 cars. We are restacked. We are repacked, and looks like we're pacing here. It's going to be a 4-wide salute here. 4-wide salute here. It does look like that. Maybe even 3-wide. Nope, we're going to go 4-wide here, Phil. And this is something that they came up with for you here, buddy, is a restacked and repacked 4-wide salute.
Love it. I'm going to miss you guys. I'll miss doing this. I'll miss these guys. Don't worry, Racing League. Don't worry, folks. I'm not going far. Just, gonna take some time. I'm not gonna be a stranger at all. I'll pop in from time to time and say hey and check on things and have some fun. And for the night, I'm gonna sit here and enjoy what these guys do 100 laps around. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of rooting for that 48 car. I'd like to see that car at least win 1 time this season.
Bill said, not going far, just to the nursing home. Once this COVID thing's
That's true.
At least you don't live in New York where they're going to force
if I'm going to the
there.
nursing home in New York, I'm in trouble.
Yes.
Look at that. I just become the most hated. I took a shot at Phil on his farewell night.
I'm now your biggest fan.
Well, I was gonna say in the write-up that I did, Bradley, I was gonna say as he rides off into the sunset, too bad you won't be able to see sunsets for very long.
Oh,
I was gonna say that just to give him a shot.
That's
but,
true.
Him and I
no.
banter back and forth. He'll pick on me about something random, like I don't know, stuttering or the way I spelled his name. It was awful bad. I butchered his name after working with him so long here. But we're getting ready for the racing action after the beautiful 4 wide salute. Kyle Surratt out there sending you a message out there in the chat box. Bill, make sure you check that out. They're restacked, they're repacked. We're going to ask you one question, race fans. Who's it going to be?
Quinn Green's in the air.
Go ahead, Bradley.
Quinn Green's in the air. Casey Brunson's going to lead us down the back straightaway into turn number 3, being challenged by Jim Revis. Although it'll be Brunson out of 4 to lead lap 1.
Now Brunson going to lead Revis off of turn number 4. He'll lead that first corner there in the turn number 1 and 2 on lap 2. Revis going to look to the low side there again. Look behind Eric Eichstadt there. He's looking for it to move up the low side off of 2.
How about we go 2 wide behind him, behind Eichstadt, as Brewer starts to challenge Walter B. That's for the 4th position. Peacock, the Harris hustler, now going to try to work his way inside the top 5 down the back straightaway.
Peacock doing a good job so far, trying to sneak in front of the 14 of Brock Evans. He'll do just that. They'll stay 2 wide ahead of him. Walter B underneath the 1 car of Alex Brewer. That's a race to the 4th spot, all chasing the race leader off of turn number 4. And, of course, that would be the 48, Mr. Casey Brunson.
As the Harris Hustler, that number 61 machine goes to the outside, the 38 of Walter B. As Josh Peacock trying to get there, but yellow flag going to come out here for the first time of the evening. So we're going to see what happened there to bring out this most recent yellow.
Most recent? It's the first one.
I believe Daniel Stifler's going to have some damage to the right front of the 71 car. I saw him and a few others slow out of turn 4 that time.
Looks like I'm a little bit delayed. It looks like Stifler may have got turned around. I couldn't see who was that provided the help there to kind of send him around.
Moyer.
11 car. There it is. Moyer, the back of the 71 of Stifler. So that put us under the yellow flag here early, and I believe, guys, this is 100 green flag laps. So we're 5 laps in. This is very uncharacteristic for this league, though, Todd. We followed for many seasons, and I think it was like 2 seasons ago, possibly. We've seen this race 100 laps. I believe it went caution free. If not, I think it had 1 and about 3 to go toward the end. It was a fantastic race. I love this league. It's some of the cleanest dirt racing you will find in all of iRacing. I will guarantee that.
Yeah, definitely 100 laps. We've had a green to checkered here at Lanier with these guys. We've also had races that have been 50 cautions, not quite 50, but 5 cautions. It just all depends sometimes on the track and the flow. And I tell you, iRacing, when they change the track, makes things rather difficult. But Lanier National Speedway, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Off turn number 4, green flag's back in the air.
They're going to spread out, almost go 3 wide. Walter B going to give Eric Eichstadt a little right side romance going into 1. They get it factored out as they're going to head down the back straightaway.
Down the back chute, get good battle there. Walter B trying to get under Eichstadt. As for the 3rd spot, Casey Brunson, he has jumped ahead of Jim Revis.
Oh!
Also, there's Alex Brewer as we wreck again over in 3.
Lon Frank's around in the number 23 machine. I think he kept it going, though. He did. He kept it going. But yellow flag going to come out. The 2nd yellow flag for Lon Franks in that number 23 car. I don't know if he had a little bit of help there. See if he had that help. Yeah, he kind of got into the 14 machine there of Brock Evans, and Lon Franks goes around off of turn number 4.
Sure did. And really good to see Lon back in a street stock too. It's been forever since
while.
we've called that name. It's certainly been. I know why I've followed you a little bit broadcasting these races. I remember seeing Lon's name for months and months. Hope Lon is doing well. Lon's littlest fan, Neto. Watched us forever.
Yep.
Always checked in night after night. So hoping everybody in Lon Franks, the family, doing well. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you, and good to see the 23 back out there. But looks like he's going to have a little bit of damage, Bradley, to the front end of that car.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of damage. Hey, I was going to mention one guy who probably didn't mind seeing that caution at all was Casey Brunson, as Revis made a great move to the inside. Casey tried to shut the door out of turn 4. Revis kicks it off the hinges. We're going to be rack stacked looking for a restart out of turn 4 this time.
Yeah, looking for that restart out of turn number 4. We'll see if Casey Brunson can hold on. Jim Revis did definitely have a fast car there the last restart as he got it going in that number 21 machine. Don't count out some of these other drivers behind him. As the laps wind off, we're going to see guys come to the front of the field as the green flag comes out. Casey Brunson again jumps the lead down into turn number 1. Revis going to try to high-low switch. Yeah, it gets a little bit A little bit backed up there, but now dives it back down to the bottom of the speedway.
He may have some contention there as well for the one of Alex Brewer, who got a really good restart. Him and Eric Eichstadt watching the 61 of Josh Peacock. He started inside row 3. He's going to be right there, but chasing Brunson and Revis. A great battle for the lead down the back chute.
Cover about positions 3 through 6 with a Dixie napkin as they work their way down the back straightaway. Eric Eichstadt now going to take it up to the top, tickle the cush, running about the highest on the racetrack of anybody, able to make moves as he's looking for Brewer in third.
Yeah, Brewer right now running in that third spot is Eric Eichstadt to the top shelf of the speedway, up on that cushion in that number 12 machine, trying to get around Alex Brewer. The Harris Hustler, Josh Peacock, down to the bottom of the 38 of Walter B. in that machine, trying to hang it out about the middle portion of the track. Some different grooves going on, but Walter B right now is going to give it up to the 61 of Josh Peacock.
So now all conventional ways have been out the door here recently with these, tracks of the street stocks. Seeing how early on in the restart, it's just typical as Lanier. Everybody going to dive for the low side of the racetrack, but Bradley, by early indications are there's some grip up high here early on in the stage of this race. Is that going to get better, or is that going to deteriorate over the course of 100 lap main event?
I think over 100 laps right now, there's quite a few people up there ripping the lip, and I think you're going to see that cushion get a little bit bigger, maybe becoming the preferred line. As I'm kind of watching from overhead, got the blimp view going on, and it's definitely starting to build. So it'll be interesting to see, but man, I think the bottom line's still going to win out overall. Shortest way around the racetrack.
It is. And Todd, I hear that you may become a dirt racer here again soon. We may talk to you about how these cushions are going to develop here. I think we've got some nice modifieds coming our way to iRacing here very, very soon, it looks like. I'm excited for that. I can't wait to watch that.
We do, and it's going to be something that I'm going to really go full force into, because that's Northeast, that's New York, and definitely going to go full force into those, try to get the setups going and brewing around, and hopefully I can take that into the real world tracks with what I want to run. So that'll be very interesting. We'll see what happens as that comes along, but I know the first goal is to get those when they come out and race those.
Hold you to it. I'll be paying really close attention. I'll tell you what, watching this really good race going off in the lead. Casey Brunson has it, but he's got Jim Revis all over him like a cheap suit down there. Bradley down in 1.
Revis been tickling the tail feathers of the 48 car lap after lap, just waiting for that slip of it. Hadn't happened yet. You were mentioning the top side of the racetrack. It was going to become the premier real estate to have. You look at the top 4, so all the way back to about Peacock, Walter B. They're right around the bottom, and definitely looking good so far.
DJ out there, thanking you too, Phil. Make sure out there.
See that.
Thank you for all the races. It took you a long time to get his last name right, he said.
It's about right.
But we're still watching out front here as the 48 machine still leading this race here, 19 of 100. So we still got quite a ways to go as Jim Revis running in the second spot. Looks like he backs out of it. Is yellow flag going to come out? Not sure who's going to be involved with this one. Yep, the Hammer, Henry Jones in that number 25 machine. Let's see what happened to the good old Hammer. Well, it looks like he got hammered in the rear end by the number 2 machine of Teal. It's Teal out there. Oh, yeah, well, he got loose. You're right. He got loose a little bit, and then Teal just ran into the back. We got smoked by Lon Franks.
It's a couple of good guys all involved there. Henry Jones, the Hammer. High side. I think we called him before a time or two as well. A guy who said the last, I'd say 18 months, as we got to know the 25 car, he's got better and better and better. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to limb. I think next season, if he's here, he's going to win one of these street fights. He showed a lot of promise. I said the last 18 months, a huge improvement. He's got to stay away from Bradley Wilson, though.
Got to stay away from Bradley Wilson.
Bradley's had some pretty good runs in the street stocks as of late. He's qualified for some big shows, and he's had some good runs.
Well, I mean, I've got to give a tribute to my teammates over at Bulletproof Motorsports that definitely, once you come on board a quality team like that, definitely can improve. As we get set to go green out of turn 4, green flag back in the air. Brooks is going to lead us to life. Going to be challenged by Revis through 1 and 2. Brewer now going to creep down to the bottom. How about Bulletproof Motorsports? Give a call out to Josh Peacock as he also looks to the outside of Brewer.
Certainly does. Going to look at the outside lane, running for the third spot. Brewer and Peacock. We have called that race and battle a billion times before, as we have the race with Casey Brunson and Jim Revis. 48 car leads by a car length down there in 3 ton.
Yeah, the 48 doing a fantastic job right now. Look at Carl Kilgore go, too, on the outside, right there in lockstep with the 61 of Josh Peacock, trying to move away from that 5th spot and try to get around the number 38 machine of Walter B. Marcus Brown out there in that number 38 machine. Now Brown looks to the inside of the 61 of Peacock. He challenges him down into turn number 3.
Great racing all around the Lanier National Speedway tonight as you see them roaring around here. Got some great battles all throughout the field. Casey Brunson's still your leader, as now Walter B. looks like he's going to do battle with the 21 car of Carl Kilgore down the back straightaway into 3.
Yeah, and talking to Tommy Rowe a few nights ago during the Gobbler coverage, he says that Carl Kilgore, he's a regular down in the Memphis region. So that 21 car will know how to get the job done as he rim rides on the outside lane of Walter B. They come together.
Romance. Walter,
Right side.
I'm glad that turn 2 wall there was there. Walter B might have hit a spectator out in the parking lot. Nonetheless, going to gather him back up, loses wholesale positions.
That was a lot more than right side romance.
Yeah, that was a long-term relationship.
You got banged
That had
at Weaver Valley.
Oh, that had Bang Banger all over it.
Oh, yeah. They've been had.
They kept those cars straight, and we are still green and approaching that quarter pole. 25 laps complete. Casey Brunson continuing to lead.
Casey Brunson continuing to lead over Jim Remis. Alex Brewer running in that 3rd spot. But Phil, that does enlighten me a question. You and Bradley got banged from Weaver Valley. How the heck did you guys both do that? I don't know. How do you pull that off?
I don't know the best way to describe that in English as far as Weaver Valley goes, but it was something during the grower competition and the rock throwing competition. I got kind of confused, ran out for a handful, and Uncle Ronnie was there. It didn't go well. Yeah, okay, that too. Yeah,
With that
just put it
math.
this way. I thought I was reaching for something that I wasn't reaching for. I got in trouble for it, and I tried to explain to them, guys, I can't see. I had my guard dog, and they made me leave that outside the gate. So yeah, it was bad. Not sure what Bradley. That's what happened to me.
Well, I mean,
He's not sure yet.
You put me on the spot. I'm not sure what I've done yet. I'm gonna have to get with him. I think it was doing math behind the bleachers, but what somebody had said, but not sure.
I thought you were the guy that was rolling down that 40-something degrees of banking they put in last week.
You know, it could have been. It looked enticing. I was trying to steal some of their portable carports they're covering the racetrack with and take one home. I guess.
And they're worth an awful lot of money.
Yeah. I heard they spent a lot of money covering that racetrack.
And 720 of those.
But when they said the rock throwing competition, those new rocks they put in the infield, I picked up one of those and threw it. They weren't happy about that.
Yeah, some high quality rocks you're throwing around.
About 50 pounds too. Threw my back out. We're
Holy
going to throw it
cow.
around here too as we got 31 laps complete. Casey Brunson still running in the lead, but Jim Revis, Alex Brewer, and Josh Peacock right there trying to run him down.
You look a little further back in the field, I've been monitoring a great battle going on between David Brewer, Brock Evans, John Kennedy. Kennedy looking to get on the climb after that rough heat race. El Presidente up inside the top 10.
El Presidente doing a fantastic job, and John Kennedy has improved in leaps and bounds, and he's starting to become a street stock guy, as we call him, out there. Kennedy gets into David Brewer just a little bit there as they make contact. I think it was more of a combination of just David Brewer getting a little bit loose. Unfortunately, Kennedy getting the bat into that stick. Scott Moyer now able to get by him, and Justin Gladhill, I think that was all by his selfie.
Might have been, and I think he studied some other guy I seen driving a 51 car earlier this season too. Glenhill, little whirly bird, spinner Rooney. Did he keep that thing going? We stay green?
No,
No, we're yellow.
I thought the leaders were going to kill him.
Well, somebody sent Gladhill to promoter school as he's going to bring out the 5th caution of the night, I believe. Trying to get her spun around. Yeller.
Oh, Walter B got him. I mean, that's why you go to Walter B's driving school right there. How to take people out.
I would do it, but I like that 51 car though. That's sharp looking. the old rowdy scheme there. The FERN colors on the on the quarter panels looks great. And echo with Austin just said in the chat box here. Great to see Lanier 2-group track. Yeah. It's why Lanier was my favorite forever. It provided racing just like this, and I got away from it in the last couple of builds. But if this is where it's going back to, I'm happy. Love this racetrack. Always have.
I know even back in the modified series on Tuesday nights when we went here one of the final times, I was extremely surprised to see a cushion build up around this place, and really it was a single file freight train around the top. So, with the street stocks, they've not got quite as much power as the UMPs, but like you said, still great to see people up there ripping the lip.
It really is. I mean, it's a track that went 2 and 3 grooves forever. So the last couple of builds, it's kind of been slider line in these street stocks a little while. So good to see it kind of go back to where it kind of was, and doing well as 37 laps, 100 on the board. Welcome aboard if you're just tuning in for the first time tonight. Full Velocity Racing Network, Dirt Warrior Racing League, Wednesday night street fights, the season finale, 100 laps traditionally as it is here at Lanier, and putting this one to a close. And been a good one so far. 48 car Justin Gledhill and Casey Brunson, Justin Gledhill on the head, leading the way. My telemetry, of course, Gledhill in the lead. Somebody take a screenshot. It doesn't happen often. Gledhill's the leader, according to my trusty widget over here.
He's telling us that too.
How about Casey Brunson going to take us out of turn 4 once again? Going to be challenged by Jim Revis. Revis has been hanging right there with Brunson, and now look at that. That opens up the door for Alex Brewer as they head into turn number 3. We'll see if Brewer can do anything with it.
Yeah, Brewer right now looking to the bottom of that number 21 of Jim Revis, and got Blackberg and Peacock exchanging romances over there, or exchanging, I don't know, exchanging vows. Blackberg into the inside phone numbers. Well, I think they're exchanging vows. I think they're past the phone number point.
Wow, well, yeah, we've called that, rivalry here for the last couple of seasons, too. And I think Blackberg's been busy with his real racing stuff. I haven't seen a whole lot of Mr. Blackberg car, but he was out there, last season, he was dominant. He was up front every week. Him and Moyer were laying it to these guys. No surprise at all to see the guy we've coined the Dirt Warrior, the number 16. He's starting to peek his way forward. Believe that pass on Peacock puts him up to 4th as we have a race brewing for the second spot between Alex Brewer and Jim Revis with 21 car.
And Revis has definitely been laying in there right behind Brunson's. I've got to ask you guys, 50-lap race, so it's early, but track position may be a prime, especially if we start getting late cautions. How long do you think Revis waits to give old Brunson a shot in the shorts, maybe get him up off the bottom?
That's a good question. I don't know I think Jim would try the outside first. So if it was Jim with a shot to Casey, it would probably have to come in the last 10 laps. But I agree, Todd, track position with some late yellows, it may really become a thing here.
Definitely starting to slick it off.
Hot Rod's my hero.
Brunson started to creep up off the bottom wall just a little bit. Brewer's still been married to it at least the past few laps. Revis going to stick the nose to the inside of Brunson, nothing doing. Brunson, I believe, is just getting a better run as he's moved up off the bottom just a little bit, maybe not choking the car down as much. Meanwhile, one guy who's as far away from the bottom as you can get, how about John Kennedy up there? Going to go high, wide, and handsome through 3 and 4, rip the lip one more time.
This is a debut, too, in this series, I do believe. This is the first time I've seen him out there. I've seen the newbies out there in the chat, as what we were told earlier. I believe this is his debut. You're at a 100-lap race, man. What a time to debut.
Yeah, well, we know Kennedy from his time in the modifieds and late models and whatnot. So, yeah, good to see him come down to the street stocks. I think Bradley may have a part in this also, as I know you guys hang out quite a bit. We don't know Bradley from the street stocks either, but even Bradley, you've been out here, messing around with these cars too. So I think you and Kennedy, there's something to this.
Well, when WFO Motorsports, which was my team, shut down and we all came to Bulletproof, I brought John Kennedy and Jeremy Vaughn, who's been a longtime friend and new to the iRacing service, starting to cut his teeth, but definitely a dirt guy. Brought them over. And, we've definitely had fun with it. It's great. Open setup races like this, all the difference in the world to have a quality team to provide you some quality pieces. So these guys naturally. And then naturally, this being not only the 100-lap season finale of the Wednesday night street fights, but a prestigious event like Bill's Last Call, everybody wants to be here.
Not sure everybody wants to be here, but
Every one of these street stock races tried to be here. Kyle Surratt tried to be here tonight. He was really saddened by not being able to come here tonight. I know Kyle took that one pretty hard. So I know all the Bulletproof guys were ready for this. I know all the DWRL, Team DWR, Casey Brunson, he made sure he was here. Obviously, these guys, John Kennedy makes his debut on your last race.
I love it. I'm really touched that these guys all want to come out here and be a part of my last show as a full-time guy for sure. Yellow is out again at the halfway mark. 50 Walter in the books, 50 remain, and all. Walter B, cue up the driving school. He may need some of his own lessons.
Yeah, I went back and looked at the replay. It looks like the 08 car of Christopher Showa. I'm going to hope I'm pronouncing that right. They kind of made some contact off 4. That wreck really started out of turn number 4. Walter B getting the worst end of it, unable to hang on. He's going to go around in turn number 1, but definitely just hard racing, man.
And I'll tell you what, just in recent memory, I don't remember slick tracks in a street stock getting as treacherous as it is. But I tell you what, Todd, we've called a billion of these street stock races now. When these cars get loose now in a slick track, I'll tell you what, they're a handful to save.
Yeah, they definitely go around. It's interesting here.
Never did.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the tracks. It's definitely the slick state. There's a lot of different things. Mitch Stiles out there saying Happy Thanksgiving, brothers. Still refuse to believe it's Phil's last call. He's out there. You know, Austin's out there. Mike made an awesome comment saying that he loves not in the Brokeback Mountain kind of way, but well, maybe he's speaking for himself, he says. But
discuss that later.
Yeah, you can discuss that later. As the green flag comes back out, just trying to get some of these conversations out there that are happening in the chat box. Those who are not out there, make sure you chime in that chat box. Let everybody know that you're here and want to say something or even a peace of mind. You can swear and cuss at Phil if you want to, but I'm sure Phil won't mind.
No, not at all. I get enough of it on a daily basis. So yeah, you guys want to give it to me. I do. I take it in. We thrive off that. We thrive off of pressure. And I think these guys feeling the pressure now because as quickly as we went back to green, we went back to yellow, and Bradley, we get a big wreck.
Big wreck. It was a parking lot over in turn number 2. I'm not exactly sure where it started. I saw David Brewer in the 69. I knew I saw David Brewer as he got a piece of it and saw that red car go around. I believe it's just a restart jumble up. But, you know, just crossed the halfway point here and got a new character in the play up front that's developing as David Blackburn has moved up from the 8th spot 5 spots, and he's now sitting inside the top 3.
Mitch out there saying who's going to be. Hey, who's it going to be? He's not going to go away.
Oh hell no! That's Todd's. No, that'll never happen. That's gonna live here forever.
Maybe. If it doesn't blow my vote,
gotta redo the opening though. We have to get Tubbs to work on that.
Yeah. If you don't, we got to get some right side romance in there.
Right.
You know, we got to get Bradley's voice in that new opening now. So we got to get Tubbs. Definitely, Brad. We got to make sure. Well, with you and I annoying Tubbs, maybe he'll get a new intro for us.
Definitely, so maybe time for a little voiceover action, huh?
Yeah.
So we get set to go green out of turn number 4. Casey Brunson back on the loud pedal, green flag back in the air. He's going to lead us to life. Jim Remus now going to look to tuck in behind Brunson. Not going to happen. See if Blackbird can capitalize down the back straightaway as we fan out into turn number 3.
I'm going to tell you what, coming down the last 40 plus laps of this one, if David Blackburg's the contender up front and toward the end of it, I'd hate to be Brunson or Revis or even Alex Brewer. I'll tell you what, David Blackburg's a guy, the longer these races go, it seems his car gets better and better. The same could also be said, Todd, from one Mr. Kyle Moyer. We've seen Moyer steal races like this length late in the going.
Yeah, and Kyle Moyer came from deep in the field, too. I didn't know if he had anything for these guys up here, but now moving here underneath Alex Brewer. And that is a battle for the 4th spot. There with the number 1 machine is a pair of ones and a 1 on the outside, so a lot of ones here battling for that 4th spot. As you're watching up in front of him too, a good battle between Casey Brunson and Jim Rose still continues to be had there, but the 16 of David Blackburn looks just as fast here on scoring and timing.
Boys, I'm going to tell you right now, while y'all were watching that battle, I'm watching a few cars behind Kyle Moyer, and I'm telling you right now, if you want a John Kennedy t-shirt, you better get him quickly because he's selling them at a wholesale rate up top there, selling t-shirts. He and Brock Evans both ripping the lip. It's something to watch as they try to close in on Daniel Stifler.
I'll tell you what, right ahead of them, Stifler's there,
okay.
Eric, I said
kept
they
going.
all bounced off each other. They were 3 wide. They was running out of room.
Kennedy was saved.
I said something about Kennedy selling T-shirts, and the next corner he goes to the bottom. Take her back to the top, big fella.
He's up there now. He's railing that cushion.
Bradley's got this selling T-shirts bit going. And I tell you what, every time he does it, I'm trying to click into somebody's pro shop and buy a T-shirt. Hell of a salesman.
I'm
We
telling
need a store again.
We need a pro shop happening.
Used to could,
Get in
Well,
touch.
we still have it. It's still up.
but still up. Okay, well, I thought we had to update the merch, so we pull it down.
We do have to update the merch.
All right, so need to update the merch, but the store is still there. Buy your FVRN swag today.
There you go.
We'll have
Well,
to put some new sayings on there.
Casey Brunson going to continue to lead us through 1 and 2. Revis still right there on the back bumper as he tickles the tail feathers of the 48 car. Laps winding down, will be just inside. Caution flag.
Yeller, yeller, yeller.
They're back on the speedway again. I'm going to tell you what, I don't know who this race favors more if we get more yellows the way we're getting them. It looks like Casey's car in the short run may not be the quickest, but watching him and Revis kind of play a game of cat and mouse, that 48 car is really getting off the corner really, really good.
I'm telling you, I'm waiting for Revis to. I'm waiting to see how long and how much patience she's got, because all it's going to take, I think, is one good shot in the shorts, and then that changes the complexity of this race if you're Revis, because then you're in control of the restarts. And right now, you know, we're seeing quite a few restarts.
Because a good shot in the shorts can bring every man to his knees, Todd. Ain't that right?
You like the way that I use the phrase "shot in the shorts" and then use
I
the
do.
word like complexity right after that? We're throwing out all the big words tonight.
You are. I mean, I tell you what, I hear you. You threw that one out the other night, and I had to chuckle and laugh and compose myself on that one. Great bit. I love that one. That one's good. That gives you the visual right there. I hope Mike don't take that one too far, but I mean, it just kind of hits you in the feels a little bit.
Well, green flag back in the air, Brunson on the wild.
No!
There it is! I told you it was coming. Revis going to try to straighten him out.
Look at that.
Revis tried to straighten him out, but however, the big winner on this, Kyle Moyer, cars around on the backstretch, believe we're going to stay green, and Kyle Moyer right now going to find the hole, pays off. He's going to go to second, Brewer to the outside as they work into turn 2.
Blackberg around.
And they're still wrecking over
big
there.
contact. Blackbird's going to get collected. Gledhill's going to get involved. Nowhere to go.
Eichstead gets into the side of Blackberg there.
And he got bounced like a ping pong ball. The 12 car did. I don't think Blackbird had anything he could do. I think Eric was just kind of off of the ride. He was just out of room.
He was out of room. Definitely out of room there. It jumbled. That whole mess up front jumbled the whole field. Unfortunately, I think it jumbled up too much where the drivers were over top of each other just a tad too much. And, hey, I'm going to say kudos to Jim Ravis.
No, yeah, definitely. That's what I was just fixing to say.
Kudos to him. I mean, straightening KCB back out, that's class right there. That really is. That's why these guys race with each other so well.
People can look at that and you can be like, well, Revis got into him. Well, Revis also tried to straighten him out, and that, you know, it did stack the whole field up, but Revis, instead of driving through him, tried to straighten him out, do it the right way. Like I said, unfortunately, Revis going to lose a few spots in this. Kyle Moyer going to come out smelling like a rose. So, you know, new cast of characters up here towards the front, so to speak.
Oh, can I be controversial in my final broadcast?
Oh, yeah.
I got a comment there. The pro drivers need to study that right there between Revis and Brunson, because lesser people would have just turned the 48 car around. They wouldn't have been able to let him catch it, help straighten him out. They would have jumped right in the grave and made sure they dug it for him. Just throw it out there.
Yeah. Yeah, they would have stuck him in the cheap seats. I 100% agree with you. Everybody here, I wouldn't call anybody less here. I mean, the drivers that, the pro drivers, some of the pro drivers, I have to agree with you, Phil. I'll let you run with that one.
I'm not afraid. I'll take all the arrows. I mean, we've done this for years. I've thrown my hot takes out there, and I've been known to ruffle fellas before. It's just one shot on the way out the door, pro drivers, I watch a lot of it.
I'm
Work on
telling
some
you.
etiquette, guys. Some patience and some respect goes a long way, because one day you may on the other side of that, and you may need that favor returned to you.
Yep.
I
It's a
hope
lot
the
of money these guys race for.
I hope the nursing home's got some top-notch security, because that was controversial. Meanwhile, I believe we're going to be under caution once again. It's like the 08 car of Christopher Showoff. It's going to be slow out of turn number 2. Not exactly sure what happened. See a few cars pulling away. But going to put us under caution 10th
Walter B
time.
was in this one too. Yeah, with a combination of Walter B and a couple other guys in the 08. Well, he decides to spin by himself to try to stay away from that route.
A couple of guys that, you know, we're seeing Lon Frank's the first time in months, but guys like Showa, I'm not sure if he's been running the series here, Todd, regularly.
It's a
Or
rookie night.
no, Teal's a new name.
Him and Kennedy just came tonight.
Recognize
and
the
Kennedy.
Teal name of the two. I mean,
Teal's been here for a couple of races now.
okay, I said I've been a couple of weeks behind. I've been really busy over here, but yeah, good to see some new blood coming to DWRL for sure. It's a great league. I know we had the Sunday Shootout League for a while as far as a feeder
man, we got
series into
great
this
things
one,
coming
and
up
now
with
we've
this
got
too.
some really cool things to come. Is DWR is announcing some new series going forward. You know, guys like Bradley and the new group, they've got all going
Monday night
on.
series,
Got big
yeah.
series coming up. Monday night series with 3D and the gang coming out with DSO. So you guys have a lot of great things coming forward. I don't know if I can go away quickly and I'm going to be off the calls, but I may give you guys hell in this chat box for a long time to come. You guys haven't heard the last being that thing.
Yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you in like 3-4 weeks, Phil.
Yeah, this is that Mark Martin retirement. It's going to happen a few times.
Guys, that's not funny to say, because I'll tell you what, for guys who know, I've raced in NR forever, and my favorite time of year to race was when the NASCAR Hub Run was kind of over. It's kind of like now, per se. I've seen a couple of leagues we follow start racing last night, and I almost grabbed the steering wheel out of the basement. And I'm glad I got busy, because I almost might have thought of it. But I said, nope, Phil, you're retired. You're staying retired, and they're not retiring from wrecking tonight. So we may go right back under yellow.
They want to hear your voice.
Parking lot in turn 3 again. I believe I'm kind of monitoring the race officials.
Definitely. Woo. He sent it. That was a full send, not a half send. That was a full send.
I was kind of monitoring the race officials a little bit and drivers, and as you can imagine, boys, there's some tempers starting to flare up.
Guys, this isn't playing Wednesday night, tiddlywinks. This is Wednesday night street fights. This is where we throw down.
That's
no
elbows
points.
up.
This isn't, boys have had it, but this is a good old-fashioned slobber knocker. You carry bragging rights into next season. This is the champion. This is the finale night. They had a couple weeks left to sit here and stew on this one. If there's a win you want all season long, tonight's the one.
Well, like I said, I mean, you've got this being the 100-lap season finale, Bill's last call. I mean, big night for the DWRL as we get set to go racked and stacked once again. Chevy Silverado pace truck hard left into pit road. Brunson gonna find the loud metal. Twin greens in the air. We're back to racing. Alex Brewer gonna look to the inside of Moyer. They're gonna fan out behind him. Rivet's gonna be right in those tire tracks. How about Peacock looking to do some big things on the restart through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, watching this, Casey Brunson still legally. Kyle Moyer running in that second spot. Alex Brewer. And running in that third spot. Oh boy.
Haven't, but all the times we've called the name
beer.
Brewer, I've never heard Brewer. Are you in the sauce tonight, Tom?
Oh.
And you are off work today. It's the night before a holiday. I get it. I'd be in it too. I just don't have none. Oh, somebody send Fireball as a parting gift. That would be great.
Fireball cake.
Ooh.
That's somebody that's
EJ's
not
not
here.
here.
Right? EJ's not here. What the heck? Somebody should beat EJ up.
Hey,
I'm big enough. Bradley and I we'll go take care of him.
There were two guys I want for bouncers of security. You're my guys.
That's it. You just just let us know if anybody's harassing you over the Jello at the nursing home, and we're there, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you be playing at my Jello. That'd be wrong.
You gonna eat your cornbread?
Woo.
Maybe some yogurt.
Well, Casey Brunson right now starting to walk
We'll
the
get you a
dog
magic bullet.
on the field. Alex Brewer's falling back quite a bit. How about Revis still holding tough in third? Peacock throws a little bit of shoulder action to, I believe that was Moyer. Still some great
Moyer.
racing.
It really is. Good battle there between himself and Revis, and who's that right behind them throwing their car in there? Lon Frank's a 23 in there. Well, I'm starting to make himself a player there, Todd, of the top, half a dozen. That's good to see the 23 back and running well.
Well, it's 25 laps to go. If you've got anything left and you're, outside about the top 5, you better go now. Because even with the restarts, you're going to have to position yourself through those restarts and that late race, calamity that could happen and able to even have a shot at this thing. But right now, Casey Brunson looks to have this field covered.
Looks like it. And to tell you what, you talk about it's, you got to start going now with 25 laps to go. Can somebody tell me the story of a race car driver that sat there and waited too long and didn't go at all? Maybe a super speedway restrictor plate race. They sit there and ride. They're kind of boring. We've called a lot of those broadcasts before, but I don't know many who've just sat and rode. I mean, you got to go when the getting's good. I'm just not sure. I mean, that 48 car has been sporty all night long. He's been really quick, but that one car on Brewer is starting to eat into that lead.
I know one that pulled over thought he had won the race.
Hey! Them's fighting words, Jack. That's not nice.
Oh.
I've heard a guy say, I've heard a lot of guys left behind, too. Remember that, Phil?
I do.
I'm trying to follow you guys. Oh, the hole's closed. You guys left me.
Yep.
Yeah, we've heard that, too. It crushed, I've been left, too. I've been left hanging
Well,
by my own teammates.
I've
done it
sang
to
a
me,
lot.
too.
I've sang a lot in the last year, too. I mean,
You hum?
I sing. I'll sing over live in a broadcast or a race for that matter. Put me out in the speedway, I lose a draft, and I'll by my lonesome, sing all by myself. It's kind of where I'd be tonight. Jack, you're going to miss my singing.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's a 4-chair turn on the voice. I'd have hit the button.
Surprised I hadn't been kicked for it, really. Guys, this one's starting to wind
You
down.
got the voice of an
120 to
angel,
go.
they would say. The voice of an angel.
We're going to be 8.
You got a face for radio, too.
Be 18 to go as Brunson works his way through 3 and 4. We'll be looking at 17 to go this time. Not a whole lot's changed, man. It's kind of spaced out. You want to see the great action. It's right there around Brock Evans in that 14 car. These guys have been mixing it up. Him, Gleddy, the 2 car of Chris Teal. They're going to do it again through 1 and 2. Look at Brock Evans up there, rip the lip through 1 and 2, rocket down the back straightaway.
Yeah, he's putting that tush right on the push there for the 14 of Brock Evans. Evans right now trying to get around that number 2 machine of Teal, Chris Teal, who's actually, like you said, Phil, a pretty newcomer here for you to see. You haven't been able to keep up there the last couple of weeks, but Teal definitely improving every week that he runs through these guys too. Goes to show you how fast these guys are and how much you really got to be up on the wheel.
You do. And for guys like Teal that are new to this league, I mean, there's a feeling out process when you start racing a new group of guys. You really do. You want to be clean. You want to race them all with respect because you can see with these guys, you follow them weekly. I mean, one of the more respectful leagues you're going to find out there. These guys all really treat each other right. They're all friends on and off the racetrack. They've raced many awards together, and it shows in the quality of the racing that we see on a weekly basis. So, folks, the series takes, I believe, a week or so off, but we come back here with season 12. I believe December the 9th, I think I seen for opening night for season 12. So you guys can be sure that Todd and Bradley and Jack will be here every Wednesday night, and I'm not going to be too far. I'll be in the chat watching. I think I can leave you guys completely here for a little while, but it'll be different. But I'm looking forward to what this league has to come. Looking forward to all the stuff you guys have coming up, all the great leagues. But this one getting down to the closing laps, we got a dozen left to go, brother.
It is definitely starting to heat up. Stays heated up as Brewer gonna work his way around Brock Evans. Meanwhile, you go back up front. It's been all Casey Brunson tonight. As Brewer not really been able to close the gap. Brunson got the 48 car on dig from the get-go. Revis going to fall back just a little bit off Brewer. Say about 10 car lengths between each car. Kind of single file, you know. It kind of answers the question. We were wondering if the top side would be the viable option. And right now it's, you know, still catfishing around the bottom.
Good old-fashioned hub sucking.
Bradley stole the catfishing, and Todd's talking about tush on the cush. I mean, you guys fit like a glove already. I mean, I'm out.
I tell you, and I call it hub sucking down on the bottom too at times. So it's something we use up here in the Northeast quite a bit. Hub sucking.
Well,
Down on the hub.
Not on the hub. Casey Brunson going to continue to tick them off here. We're 8 laps to go. It'll be 7 next time by. Brewer trying to reel him in. Brewer is actually the fastest car on the racetrack the last lap by. Ran a 17.506 to Brunson 17.587. This time, how about Jim Revis? He's going to be fastest on the board. Maybe trying to reel these guys in. Ran a 17.513 to the leader 17.597.
You up the Jaws music, because that one car thought he isn't coming.
Yeah, last time by just a little bit faster, 17.528 with Brunson and a 518 for Brewer. So that's not going to be enough. He's going to have to really pull something out of his hat to try to catch Casey Brunson here. We're going to get 5 laps remaining, 5 to go here at the line at the Lanier National Speedway.
Glad it's Dusty, because of the one car chasing down that 48, there may still be 3 blind mice on the back of that 48 car. So, Jack, I'm just going to put it out there. If you get a look on it on board, if it's still there, you'll get a really good chuckle. 3 blind mice on the back of that 48 car. We're going to have to chase him down. It may get a little tad bit fuzzy there, Alex, as you get closer. But keep digging. Brunson leads 5 car lengths, so we're coming to 5 to go.
5 laps to go. You see Brewer, he's really picking up time in the entrance of the corner. He's definitely charging the corner a lot harder than Casey B at the moment. Although Casey getting a runoff, but man, that interval's closing and lap traffic up ahead. Hang on, this could get interesting.
It definitely getting interesting there. Jeremy Vaughn out there making a comment. Wish he could have been there. Had a wreck at the bottom of his road. Or let's see, he hated to miss this one. Here is the popsicle sticks go up in there. 2 more trips around for the number 48 machine of Casey Brunson.
I feel like on Ned Jarrett calling Dale Jarrett to the window of Daytona 500 years ago as we're coming to the white flag. That 48 car leading the way. He's got 3 car lengths on Alex Brewer. He's down to 3 and 4. We come to the white silk this time, Bradley.
White flag in the air. Casey Brunson's got 2 more corners to make it happen as they work out a turn 2 down the back straightaway. Does Brewer have anything left? He's going to have to do it and do it now. Not going to be able to get there out of turn number 4, the winner of the 100 lap DWRL Wednesday night street fight finale, Casey Brunson.
48 car finally won something this year. It took somebody, a wheelman like Casey Brunson, Todd, to get the job done.
Yeah, good job by Casey Brunson out there getting it done there in the 48 machine. Fantastic fashion here. Second going to go to Alex Brewer. Third, it's Jim Revis. Josh Peacock, 4th. Kyle Moyer, 5th. Alon Frank, 6th. 7th will be Chris Teal. 8th will be David Brewer. Marcus Brown going to finish up 9th. Justin Gladhill, 10th. Brock Evans, 11th. Trey Jones in 12th. Henry Jones in 13th. John Kennedy, 14th. Eric Eichstad, 15th. 16th will be Christopher Schwa in the 08 machine. Daniel Stifler in 17th in the 71. David Blackburn, 18th. Jamie Massey, 19th. And Carl Kilgore. Rounding out your 20-car field here. Wednesday night street fight season finale, and we're watching Josh Peacock. I'm at least watching Josh Peacock throw it in reverse and go around in circles on the back straightaway. Barrett Bishop out there congratulating everything going on here. We're going to take our brief pause for the cause, make our way on down to Bladeno.com, Victory Lane, and interview our top 3 drivers live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We'll be right back at you.
Back here live, the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show presented by BladeNode.com. A great night of racing, the finale night for Season 11, the Dirt Warrior Racing League Wednesday night street fights. The win tonight in the 100-lapper goes to the Casey Brunson, number 48. Alex Brewer in for second in the number 1 car, and a third-place run for the number 21 car. We call him the evil one. We call him the Grumpy Flux. Mr. Jim Revis, a third-place finish with 21 car here tonight. Jim, I thought early on you had something for that Casey Brunson car, I'll tell you, but that thing stayed strong all night, and you lost second to Brewer. Brewer's a pretty good shoe. How you feeling after 100 laps here at Lanier?
This old man is wore out. No, it was some real good racing with Casey, and then that one restart there, we went in, and I seen him drifting out. I thought I could fit in under him. We went into turn 1 there, and I hit the brakes, and the car just kept scooting. I got Casey in the left rear quarter and thought he was going around, so I hit the gas again and nailed him in his nose to straighten him back out. And we kept racing, but that's where I lost my couple spots. But typical Lanier, you know.
Jim, I want to first of all thank you for being a role model for this community. I'm going to tell you what, lesser guys would have, not done that. Hit Casey in the front end, let him catch the race car. Other guys would have just kind of drove right through him, or just let him kind of spit out in his grave there. But you're always a good sport, a class act, and I'll tell you, you're one of the guys I'm going to miss the most here, talking to you week after week. I'm going to watch street fights about every week I can, but thanks for all you've done for me these last couple of years, man. It's been great getting to know you, get to be a part of the league, and you guys make me feel like family. You guys are all family to me. Really enjoyed this league, and I'm going to miss you, partner.
Hey, buddy. You guys always been family ever since you guys started up with us. You know that. I hate to see you go, but the door is always open. We're not, we done discussed it. You're staying in the league. You're staying in the Discord. You're staying in the chat. The only reason I removed you out of the chat was so the secret didn't get out on the gobbler part.
I can read that.
Like I said, it was a blast having you on here, and I know all the guys at DWRL is going to miss you.
We're not going to be too far away. I'll be here in Discord to pop in and chat with the boys from time to time. Love covering you guys. But, Jim, it's race night, your third place run. Who do you get to thank there on the side of the race car?
Oh, crap. I ain't even got my list around me. First and foremost,
you can do it.
First and foremost, I got to thank you, Phil, for being here broadcasting, putting up with all my crap every once in a while. Got to thank all the guys that come out. If you notice, our roster's building up a little bit. We've been adding some new guys, and they're all pretty good. The streeters have been nominating people they know of, and they know that if they drive like idiots in here, it reflects back on them. So, Grumpy's Garage, always got a shout out to them. Eichstead Wraps, the boss. Who else? Shit, I can't remember who's all on my damn car. But anyways, like I said, this old man's wore out, so I'm lucky I can even remember half the shit I'm remembering.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, bud. It's a long night. It's a long race. You guys are up on the wheel all night. Get some fluids in there, bud. Get something to eat, and we'll be talking soon there, buddy. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Hey, also 2 more weeks. We will start having the FVRN Wednesday night street fights. I want to say thank you to FVRN for coming aboard, doing our broadcast sponsor. And then also starting December 7th for all you guys, for all the fans that's watching, any drivers interested, we're having a money race shootout series starting January 7th. Let's see, January 7th with a $1,200 payout. Top 15 places. Should be a good show. Check out our Discord page and our Facebook page for that. FVRN's page, it's listed there. And other than that, Phil, you take care, buddy, and enjoy the rest of everything. And like I said, hope to see you around.
Well, I guarantee it there. And there he is, one of the good ones here. Mr. Jim Revis gets a third place run in the 100 lapper here at Lanier, finishing up season number 11. We'll move on down here, scooting down pit road, and we will catch up with the driver of the number 1 car, Mr. Alex Brewer. Alex, a terrific run here to end season number 11. I thought for a little bit you had enough of a race car to chase down Casey, but that last yellow, I think you needed to make that pass happen, did not come. But either way, tell us about your run here this evening.
Oh yeah, it was a really fun race. I'm starting to get a little better at these worn out tracks, and it's starting to get a lot funner for me, and yeah, I'm having a really good time doing it with these guys.
And these worn out tracks look like a blast to drive on. That it feels like in the recent updates, they've gotten slicker and slicker, and these cars more than anything else, I've always remembered these big boxy cars kind of sliding, you able to hit the brake and catch them. It doesn't look as easy as it used to. Am I right with that one?
Oh yeah, it's not very easy. I mean, I used to have a heavy right foot, and that's why I drove the top all the time, and I had to do a lot of practicing for the gobbler, running the bottom, staying consistent on the bottom, and it's helped me out a lot on multiple tracks.
Oh, I tell you what, I thought for sure if we had a late yellow at 10 to go, you were going to be one that was going to give Casey a shot and steal a win the way. But Alex, a terrific season, a terrific run, a second place finish here tonight. Who do you get to thank for this awesome finish?
I got to thank Jim and all the guys at DWR for putting the league up, and you guys for broadcasting. I got to thank Eric Eichstead, Jim Rivas for the wraps they do on the car. Heartland Harley, my wife. I'll thank you two for making this entertaining for the viewers watching.
Well, we appreciate that. We've done our best for you. We'd like to have us a good time, not take this too extra seriously. And Alex, always a good interview, my friend. Looking forward to catching up with you here later on in the going. And be not too long. That 1 cup be back at Victory Lane there, bud, where it belongs. Congratulations on a great run here this evening.
Hey, hope to see you around, Phil.
We'll be here. We're not going too far. We'll check in and be a part of things for sure. I'm definitely not going too far. So we'll let Alex Brewer go. He's our second place finisher here tonight. And we're going to start running down toward Victory Lane to talk to Mr. KCB. But I think Bradley has something here to chime in with Case.
Yeah, man, we're standing down here in the BladeNode.com Victory Lane. Tonight's big winner, Casey Brunson. Man, Casey, 100 laps. Lead it flag to flag. It was a great run, but we want to get down to more pressing issues. We want to get down to business, and I want to get your thoughts.
Oh, no.
I want to get your thoughts on it. How big of a win? How big of a win was it tonight?
Well, honestly, it's probably the biggest win of my racing career. This for Phil. This being Phil's last call, and especially with the foundation on the side of the car for Phil, that fixed Phil. Probably my biggest race. Even though I've won this race 2 times, starting on the pole, but this is definitely the bigger one.
Okay, so I give you credit, bud, because that paint scheme and that number, it slows you down 0.2 a lap. So you had to overcome that.
I kind of noticed that. I switched from one paint to the other, like something's a little different here, but I guess it'd be all right.
It worked out there for you, buddy. But you had a really good fast car all night long. We were watching there. On the short run, the car didn't look like it was really good. But as you guys start running in laps and laps, your car really started to open up and handling good. Was that all in the setup? Your car seemed to drive off the corner better than everybody out there we were watching.
Yeah, it had good drive. I really couldn't get in like Jim and them could. They killed me on entry, but I could get a decent enough drive to stay out in front. And as we more or less returned, I got more comfortable with the car and got to work and handle better. Yeah.
I'm proud of you, buddy. My favorite driver in this community. Putting my car in Victory Lane here on my last night out. I want to thank you for that. Thank you for being a friend. Love that. Love representing that scheme there, bud. Let's retire that one tonight. And in Victory Lane. I try to do it all season for 30-something races. Best I got was a 9. So
we're just gonna leave it here around Victory Lane.
That's right. Leave it there. Thanks for the win there, buddy. Who else you got out there to thank for this ride here this evening? You know, you guys, you got a great team of guys behind you. New team.
Oh yeah, FTPL. I think them guys over there sound like we're getting geared up for Pro Series here soon. Which I might not run it, but of course I'll help the guys out since real racing starts about the same time. So I thank them over there. Y'all for broadcasting, DWRL for putting on the series, and Tubbs, even though he didn't spell farewell right on the back of your car, that'd be fine.
There's a lot of not spelling wrong tonight. I'm gonna tell you what.
It's an error.
It's an error. Well, it's all good. Case, congratulations, buddy. Keep it up. Good luck with the pro mods coming up there, and good luck with the sport mod. I know you guys will be kicking off the race here really soon if you guys aren't still going. I know you guys in the South do it right, but thank you, my friend. I appreciate you running that car these last couple of weeks.
Oh no, thank you.
Just a simple guy calling races, and we've had fun doing it. Love this guy. I'm going to sit down here and party in Victory Lane with him. And Todd, one more ride. I can't believe we sit here and it's a 48 in the winner's circle. I've never been left speechless with this, but I'm speechless again.
Hey, I know we got a few guys that wanting to come down here to talk to you.
Oh, geez.
There's quite a few guys piling in on here. Let these guys, each one of them talk to you or whatever. I know we got Jim, who's already talked to you. You got Josh, Kyle down here, Eric Eichstead, Tubbs, Charlie Milner down here. You know, the whole cast of characters that we could get down here. David Blackberg, Dan Stifler, Casey staying in here. So
Big old party.
We'll let these guys. Maybe we have some order here. I'm not 100% positive. Maybe Jim will have the order prepared for us. But each one of these guys got something to say to you.
Well, first off, I know that Eric, Dan, I think they're out smoking cigarettes. So whoever wants to go first, go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead, Peacock.
I'm not playing traffic cop. Hungry crew in here.
Where'd
All
Peacock
my
go?
rowdy friends.
I think Tubbs had something to say.
Yeah, we'll send Tubbs.
All right.
There we go.
Well, Phil, you broadcasted almost every event that I've been a part of, aside from one, and I couldn't pick a better group of guys to do it for, and we sure are going to miss you, man.
Likewise, brother. Likewise. Thanks you've all done for me and for us, the company here at DWRL, and keep it going. I mean, it's guys like you going to keep this glue going and keep this thing going, and you know, your league and this league and all these guys that race around all these other leagues we cover. I'll miss doing this. I'm not going to lie. It's been so much fun to cover. It's been the highlight of my life, being a part of this and making it what it is. But Tubbs, all this is thanks to you, man. Thanks for making us look good.
No problem.
All right, go ahead, Josh. We'll let Josh go here.
Yeah, that's one thing that Tubbs said. You know, any series I've been associated with, made sure to put the FERA name on it. Love hearing you on a call.
I think he has stage right.
No. All those, what, year and a half or so ago, I think it was RJ Klein's league. I got my first interview, and you're the one that interviewed me. We tried our best to drive at the top three tonight to get a word with you, but we had to cheat and just come in there and steal the microphone afterwards. But you know, it's definitely a pleasure hearing your voice on the call, and definitely gonna be missed.
All the love you guys have given me here these last couple of weeks. So, and if this was, you know, my swan song, going out doing this full time and just doing this all together, really, I appreciate that, Josh. A treasured friend. You've done a lot for us too. I can't thank you. I can't thank all you guys enough for just making this all what it is. It's been a blast to do. I mean, some nights I come in here a little bit mopey, and you guys put on a hell of a show, and it just cheers me right up. I mean, even when Jack has kicked me about 47 times that night.
yeah. Not to mention, I even made my broadcasting debut at this racetrack on call with you one night. That's something else I'll take with me.
Tell you what, I mean, you did a great job. I think we've tried to set a standard, doing things in a big way for the last couple of years, and I tell you what, I think guys have taken the flavor well, and you know, guys like you, Josh, you know, Bradley's a vet, of course, but I mean, anybody that comes up here and does this, I mean, I like to think even guys out there like McConey stopped in tonight, and other guys I've worked with over the years, I've gone on to some bigger and better things. I mean, I like to think I've left a little bit of myself to everybody to take and enjoy. And if you go out there and do this, I mean,
you guys still on the air?
Do it with some flair, do it with some style.
Oh,
don't be allowed to let your balls hang out there, because you can't be afraid. If you're going to do a job like this, you don't want to be monotone. You want to entertain. You got to sometimes stir it up.
Give it. I'll send
I think
it
I've
to
been
you
good
in
at
chat
that.
or Facebook.
All right, let's go with Kyle Moyer. I'm just going to go right down the list here. Kyle.
Hey, Phil, thanks for what you did for the racing community, our style racing community. It's a little bit different, but thank you for all you did, for sure.
Likewise to you, Kyle. I'm so glad you're a part of the gang here at DWRL, part of the ownership administration. A great dude, great stuff, and keep that 11 car digging there, brother.
Thanks, Phil.
All right, Trey. I see Trey's down here too. Trey.
Well, no Trey's here now. He might have took off.
He might have took off too.
We just see Trey back here tonight. We seen
Yeah,
Trey
yeah.
win a race a few seasons ago. That was awesome.
We had a couple old timers come back. We had Trey here. We had Lon Frank show up. So
I see Lon was great. I mean, I thought Lon had fallen off the face of the earth forever. It was cool to see him out here.
yeah,
I
it
couldn't
was
believe
real
it.
cool. He even signed up for the shootout series. So he'd been doing a lot of the off-road trucks and the what the hell, a trucking simulator game, whatever the hell that is. I've been watching him do that, and then he does
You have
that
to bring
drag
me into the
racing on
room.
the
It's
side,
locked.
street racing.
Broadcast.
That's awesome stuff. Who else we got here?
Eric, you back yet?
There.
Yes,
No,
I
Eric.
am.
There he
There
is.
he is.
There.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I heard something going on down here.
Hey, we
Well-
brought everyone down here to talk to Phil here on air. You know, being it's the last broadcast, we brought everybody into the fold here. So we're giving everybody a chance to say whatever they want to Phil, whether it's mean or indifferent or whatever.
Somebody
you
be
want to say to him.
mean. Somebody be mean.
Oh boy, where do I begin? No,
Yeah.
no. Hey Phil, what do I say? You know, can't say goodbye because we know you'll be around. You know,
Facts.
we're sure you'll be back. You're always welcome to come on in. Hey, since day one, I heard you doing a broadcast, and you come on with DWR and DWRL here. It's been awesome, man. I appreciate everything you do. Starting from the show, I mean, that's where it began. Phil with the show, and Todd and there, you guys are a great duo. It's gonna miss hearing you guys together. You guys work damn well off each other. Hey, what do you say? You know, nothing but appreciation. Always love hearing you call me out during the broadcasts. Always seem to get me in there, so at least it's noticed. Hitting everyone, making it entertaining. Always. Hey man, what can I say? But thanks.
Eric, do me a favor. Thank you, my friend, a good friend of ours. Thanks for all you've done for me at a professional level too, because you've contributed a lot to what I do and how I do it and where I present a lot of times. And you got to do me one more favor. Give my best to the boss. We missed Mindy.
I will. She might be watching tonight. I don't know. She's kind of upset I came down here. We didn't have the daughter tonight, so. Hey, yeah. So. I gotta get my time in there. A lot of hours this week, so I haven't been around, and actually I'm running off about 3 hours of sleep here since been up since 1:30 this morning. So, but yeah. Hey man, appreciate it, and best wishes for what you got going on after this, and. Hey, always come in and stop and say hi, and
I will.
try to get over and visit with you when I can too, man.
You know it. I also I'll probably take a few weeks, just kind of take it all in, be gone and settle in. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'll miss this. I'll miss the bantering we're doing right now. The racing and the calls of races and the ebb and flows that come with that. Maybe not so much. I mean, it's after, especially with the pandemic, whatnot. We've had a lot of the burnout we did working as hard as we did, but this stuff right here. We'll be here. We'll come cut it up with you guys. You guys are family. Love yous all. And take care, Eric. You especially. Take care of the family. Thanks for all you do. Go get some rest, and we'll be around, partner.
We'll see you around, bud.
Hey, got that. Are we gonna be here all night, letting all these guys talk? I mean,
Yeah. We had to listen
here.
to you for we had to listen to you for what, 3 seasons? Or 3 years, so now it's your turn.
We started the night with about 60 viewers watching, and I plummeted that somehow, nosedive it down to a teen. So, as I've done since 2013, I'm good at having viewers there for the start, but I must just put them to sleep.
You're good at that. Very good at that.
No, they jump around. That's the way it goes. It just happens to be that way. Everybody jumps around, and hey, the pandemic and everything's so far out there. That's the way it is. I just not much more I can say with that. I know we got a couple other guys in here. Want to get to them. We have another special guest that just joined us too. But Jim, who else did you got down here that?
I think David, and I don't know if Dan's back yet. David here?
Yeah,
there he is.
Yeah, Phil, I just want to say thanks for everything, man. Watching your broadcast was awesome. Pretty sure your broadcast was the first broadcast I ever watched before I even got iRacing. I mean, and I watched it and thought, hell, I gotta get that. That's awesome. I just want to, say thanks, man. It's gonna really suck not hearing your voice on here.
I appreciate the words, my friend. I've always said for a long time, doing what I've done, even back to my teens, doing this as a real thing years ago, and I attempted to make a career doing this for real years and years ago. I always just wanted to inspire folks, and if someone became into simulations with of course, Steer in the Dirt and started back at NR and Pavement, I always just wanted to inspire folks to watch this, get excited by it, and say, you know what, I want to do this, I want to try this. This looks great. The camaraderie is good, and guys like you, David, always a class act. And do me one favor, you keep digging out there, because I like seeing these posts from time to time that you put the real car in victory lane. Keep digging, man. Love you, Barry.
All right. Yep.
I don't think Dan's back yet, or he'd have answered up. So it's all on you, Todd.
See some other guys in here. If anybody else wants a real quick shout out, then I'll go right to Jeff Brown, but who's also a special guest in here. Those who don't know who's in here, but anybody else got anything else they want to say, real quick?
Well, got Bradley up there. I don't know if Bradley's already talked.
Bradley, you want to talk?
Hey, I'll talk.
I was gonna say Bradley's always good to talk.
I'm passing the torch to this guy. He's going to be the next one to not shut up for a couple of years.
I just want to once again thank you for watching me. Even when we were over on other broadcast channels, you had some wisdom to share with me, and have always inspired me to be a better broadcaster. And like I said, man, these shoes, they're gonna be ginormous to fill. It's definitely gonna be leave a hole, and I just hope I can fill it. But I just wanted to wish you fairly well. And you said somebody be mean to you. I'll be that guy. I just happy retirement, and I just want to go on the record and say that I hope your bed is lumpy and your Jello is runny at the retirement home there, old man.
Oh, buddy, I'm just hoping the retirement home is kind of like a smart home, honest to God, because me reaching out and finding switches nowadays, I don't know if you guys understand how my eyes have gone away here, this dreadful disease I'm fighting. These race cars you guys driving so quickly, they're not getting very easy to cover anymore, which is kind of why I'm slowing down and letting this go away and letting guys like you guys, you Bradley especially, not a better guy I can think of to hand the shoes to doing this, but you and Todd, you've already got great chemistry, which is something him and I had from the word go years and years ago. I know Todd and I built this thing into a little umpire, the empire. The snow is always going to be fluffy. Always going to drop that one in. You guys need to go back and revisit that one. Once upon a yesteryear. Best time ever. But Bradley, I know you're going to do me well. The shoes are probably like a kid size one, so they're not too big, they're not too hard to do. Just be authentic with the audience, buddy. Just that's it. Keep them entertained. You have that flow to do it. You've got the delivery for it. Your gift for gab and your way to carry things on the fly. When you say things that make me kind of go back and chuckle and have to rethink about it, you've done something good, and you've done that to me. Thanks for inspiring me to be better. You've been at this for a long time too, so thank you, brother.
It has been my pleasure, sir.
All right, anybody else?
I'll see Dan back. So
I don't see Dan back either. Hey, Jeff, I know you're out there.
I'm here.
I know you're probably chopping at the bit here.
Shit. In person, Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah.
In person.
Yeah. I think I booted him out of server one time for not changing his nickname or his name.
Oh.
Hey, hold on a minute. Hold on. We taught Jeff Brown to use Discord?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking too.
Holy Jesus. I thought I was the
You're-
last comer to figure out how to work this done.
You're welcome.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Tony was
I get
here.
on
Brown
Discord
is
once
here.
In a while. I get on here once in a while, that's for sure, and especially for this special occasion here. How could I miss this, Phil?
Jeff, one of my closest friends of all. You've done so much for me on and off in this thing, and just being a friend and guidance. And I thank you for making me a better person and keeping me humble and always coaching me to be better. And when I think I've really had a terrible night doing this, and the league's going to hate me and my audience is small, you've always kind of kept me going. You know what? You're doing a good job. So I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you're a part of this night. I really am.
Well, Phil, you know, it's mutual. I don't have anything written down here to say to you, so everything that I say to you is coming from the heart. We go back 3 years, but I feel like I've known you a lifetime. Just like one of the other guys said, I think you were the first broadcaster too that I listened to, and I know you were the first one that I actually ever went on air with. When I first started iRacing iFlag, I think it was during one of the Gobbler races, I believe, was the first time that me and you ever talked, or the first thing that the first time I ever had anything to do with FVRN, and I remember being really nervous and never been on air before, and
I
got on
probably
the.
put you right on the spot.
Oh, you did, but you brought me into the room and basically and go, and it was like, oh, okay, well, I'll start talking, and but you were great. I know shortly after that is when you guys invited me to your TeamSpeak server to come and hang out with you guys, and it was probably one of the best moves that I've made in my life, Phil, because I got to know you. You're a one of a kind guy. I can tell you that. I don't know too many people like you. I'm not just saying that to blow smoke up your rear or anything like that, but honest to God, you're a pretty genuine person. You say what's on your mind. You're
Not
a
afraid.
kind guy. Yeah. And I don't know what else to say, because I just, I think very highly of you. And I keep hearing these people say, well, it's been great, to hear your voice, and don't know what to gonna do, not to hear your voice. I can guarantee you this is not going to be the end of Phil being on air. I will drive to you if I have to get you on the air for some of these big races, Phil. Just to come in like the round table and talk and fill us in on what's going on, and just do what we usually do. Yeah, granted, you usually call the races and things like that, but for once, I go in, I wouldn't know the first thing about calling a race or announcing one or anything. So when I come in, I just kind of shoot the crap with you guys, really. So now you can do that. It'll be fun.
My biggest joy, Jeff, is when I call you out on a broadcast and you're over near the printer and not near across the room, can't talk, scurry back in, all flushed out of breath. It's my favorite thing in the world. I'll tell you what, but for all you guys in here, and I probably interviewed all of you at least once, I have a way, and I like to go 100 mile an hour. I do this with a flair and a style that many, bring to this profession as far as sim racing goes. But I love when I throw you on the spot. I can tell you're nervous, and I just throw you in the fire. All right, go. And just love hearing that first stutter. I mean, it's a rush like you can't explain. And Jeff, you've been one of the few rare ones that have been around, and you kind of get the glimpse of what a guy like me deals with behind the scenes with somebody like a Jack on a broadcast night. I'm not sure how I pull this all together sometimes, because it's
you guys do a great job. I'm in with you guys. I wouldn't even say necessarily part owner or anything like that. I just kind of hang out and then do what I enjoy, is listen to FVRN. I mean, that includes Todd and the great job Jack does on things, and it's a class act. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a part of that? So, but yeah, I can promise you, Phil will be back. I promise that. I promise.
I know he'll make good on it. I know it. I mean,
I can drive to his house too. I know where he lives.
The best.
I can bring him back to my house. Don't worry.
I'm gonna
like Eric said, it's not goodbye. It's see you later.
I'm gonna miss making him laugh and then making him go live.
You guys just have no idea.
was always
You have
hilarious.
no idea. And I know Jeff's heard this. But yeah, it's always, and Jack's, one of the best directors I've ever had to do this. He'll count you back in when the stream goes live, unmute the microphone, and he always has a way to bust my balls. If it's tell a joke or something, if you ever hear me come back from a dead silence laughing my ass off, it's probably because Jack says something smart. So Jack, thank you for being the best at doing this. For a guy, I was like, Jack can't really come in and do this TV gig, Kenny, and you always wanted to get into it and always wanted to be there to help, whatever you did. You're the rock to Full Velocity, Jack. So I thank you. I mean, without you, this ship don't rock the way it does.
Yeah, thanks.
It's gonna be here a long time. And I said, go back forever with TDR. You kept that together for years for a guy like me to go out there and just kind of have my own playground. So you're the man, Jack. I appreciate all of you, Jack. And lastly, to my partner, Todd.
Well, Dan's not here, so like I said, we've been at this for a very, very long time,
Yeah.
Phil. Very long time. So I wish Dan was here to comment on this, but definitely appreciate everything you've done for me. You've actually brought me to a bigger heights than what you thought you would be able to bring me to. For a dirt track announcer that's been a dirt track announcer, I was able to bring you from the asphalt side to the dirt side, and you forgot about the asphalt side for the most part. So I
want to see it again.
So I mean, I appreciate everything you've done for me too, Phil. Everything that you drove me to get better. I tell you, I used to enjoy giving you the moments where you're pulling out your hair. I'm there one last minute, and then I'm downloading something in
No idea.
3. Till you're pulling out your hair here, even in iRacing for that matter. I've enjoyed doing that, but you've done it to me the last 2 months, 3 months, too. So I guess I deserve that. For the
All
most
of it.
part, I appreciated it, I guess, and I appreciate everything you've done for Full Velocity Racing Network and everything you've done with me. I mean, I'm drinking, I'm in the sauce, obviously, so I'm trying not to. Try not to get too bad. I know this is not goodbye. I know where you live. I know that you'll be coming out here next year, especially if COVID goes away, where we can get to the racetracks. So I can make sure you can enjoy some of that stuff, VIP passes and stuff to other areas. So I do know that that's not. So I know I implore everybody to keep in contact with Phil. And I'm with Jeff. This is not his last go around. We'll make sure that he's back. But like I said, I appreciate everything you've done, Phil. I can't really say much more than that. I mean, it's just been a great since 2013. We have a catalog, so 7 years, and we had some more before that.
Full year.
Yeah. Oh, we've had a lot of things in there. So I appreciate you making the jump to iRacing too.
Yeah, and that was something I was a stickler for a long time. I mean, I was the holdback for years and years. It's going to cost too much. It takes too much to keep it operational, which is 100% entirely true for a guy like me, on my end, for a guy who lives on a shoestring budget of you guys with economic proportions. You guys have no idea. But yeah, I was a holdout. Todd, you're my best friend on this earth. They're not a guy I would want to crisscross duelist with again. It's not the end. We're going to do at least a show somewhere together. I don't think I can do it at the capacity I've ever done it. I think it's why a lot of the reason I've said, guys, I got to slow down. I got to get away. Not only am I burned out, I can't do this as far as calling on-track racing like I used to. And I don't want to diminish on the product. I'm glad we got the talents of guys like Bradley, and I think I'll get McConey in here at some point through a show. That guy's a gem, too, and to all these guys. To all of you that have made this fun, my closing words, we go back from DRTV to years ago, all the things we've had with incarnations of Full Velocity. A name that I think that I think I came up with the Full Velocity name, Todd, if I remember right, years ago. I needed something that was going to stick out, that when you heard the name, you thought of us. And I think Full Velocity has done just that, from all the incarnations, from network to TV to now as FDRN. Thanks to all of you that have been here for my ride. Continue to support these guys. Continue to support this league. All the leagues that Full Velocity is going to cover, with many of them. Thanks to the Jim and to Eric and to Kyle, David. Jason, he was here. This league is by far and away my favorite league. Would not have another great group of guys to do my last night with. So, guys, thank you. Thank all of you who have watched. Continue to support us. We'll be around. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Phil.